Hey, Eloise here. I'm an intuitive healer based in the UK. Welcome back. This week, I've just sat down and said, what do I need to talk about on YouTube this week? And the word guessing came up. And I was like, oh, let's guess what that's about. But the energy is to talk about our health in terms of guessing what's wrong with us. The mind loves to go to worst case scenario the moment we have any symptom. It's kind of funny. And then we start Googling and looking things up. So quite often we can be guessing what's wrong with us. And, you know, the medical model is great in so many ways. If I get my arm chopped off, I definitely want to go to hospital and get it sewn back on. But afterwards, I need all the meridians relined up. I need to make sure that everything is flowing and working really well and the scars are healing and all the rest of it. So there's benefits to both Eastern and Western kind of viewpoints and the holistic approaches as well as the medical model. But sometimes when we're, even with healing modalities and alternative therapies, when you're going down that line of like, okay, let's test for this, or let's see if it's this, or let's go through this protocol and see what helps, it is just guessing. And, if you get an intuitive person, obviously they might skip to the end. But like sometimes it's just this investigating phase, and it sometimes takes years trying to work out what on earth is going on. And it's because things aren't black and white. They're never that simple. There's normally more than one thing adding to it. And the one thing I've learned working with thousands of clients over the years is it always comes back to either some trauma, a belief system, or a combination of things. But there's always this energy there that we need to get to. And that energy could be a story, it could be just a really strong belief system, it could be something your soul came in to explore. Like, we don't know what it is, but I don't need to guess. That's the thing. I ask your body. Now, it might not go, well, Eloise, on the 4th of February 1987, they tripped and fell, and like, I don't always get that much detail. Sometimes I do. But but the body's going to go, well, can you do this, and then can you do that, and then can you really look at this, and then can we look at that, and then can we look at this, and suddenly those symptoms and problems and things just start to melt away. And you know sometimes I have those miracle sessions. I always say this. I did one session on a woman. She came to me with like one ailment on her list of things, and she had a lot of things going on in her body that she hadn't told me about and she hadn't put on a list. So we ended up clearing up about 9 things in one session. Uh, it's really interesting. It's one of those that sticks in my brain because afterwards she wrote to me and she was like, wow, this has changed and that's changed, this changed. And she's like, I never knew I had a problem with peeing, but how I pee's changed. So she didn't know that she had some issue going on with her like bladder and the whole process of peeing, and we resolved it. So she was like, I never knew I had a problem because I peed in I don't we never actually got into the details of it, but like it was an effort to do it, and it had been an effort for her whole life. So as an adult, she'd never questioned it. And this is the thing, we can have weird quirks in our body that are very unique to us, and we just become normal. They become every day, and we don't start to question them. We're like, oh, that's something I put up with, or that's my life now, or and there are other options. So, I love those miracle sessions where we clear loads of stuff out immediately, but they're not all like that. So I can't make any promises. And that's the thing. This is the way I work is a very gentle way of unraveling things. And so it's not going to put you into like healing crises and things like that. But that also means it might take a little bit longer. And we kind of have to trust the process as well a little bit and just go with it and follow your body in terms of when it wants sessions, how often it wants sessions. But most people have one about once a month. Now, doesn't mean that when I work on you, the story's finished, because a year later you could still be shifting from that session, and the sessions kind of stack, and so you've got a lot going on under the system, and we need to train your body to be able to work in this way as well sometimes. And so we need these gaps between sessions to allow you to have time to process, to work through the ripple effect from each session as it kind of unravels. So this isn't a come back every week, although sometimes that happens if you're really sick and you can't take much in a session. But for most people, it's like every like 4 6 weeks, it's like, okay, we can look at something else now. So it's a nice rhythm. And, if you're having regular sessions, even if that's like once every 3 months, if that's all you can afford, the body starts to have this chance to start unraveling and releasing what's holding you back, what's going on. And we get to do some preventative stuff as well. And guarantee that happens in the pot. It's like the body knows what's coming down the line, and it's like, I really need help with this. I've had people come to me with like pains in their ankles, and then they get a diagnosis for something a few weeks later, and you're like, yeah, that's why your body was here. It's nothing to do with the ankles. The ankles just got you to me. And some people have an ailment, and if they don't book for a long while, the body goes, well, I'm just going to give you one of those headaches again so that you go and book with Eloise because we need some help here. So we can feel great, we can feel fine, but there's always something. I mean, I'm not perfect. I've still got stuff that I'm working on. But generally, my health is really good. My system's really robust. If I go and see other practitioners, they're like, oh, you're really healthy. It's like, and it's like, yeah, because I've spent so long. I do the work, I show up, I work on myself, I get other people to work on me. Like, I never stop working on myself. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to do that. But we need to be doing, if we want to be healthy, we need to be doing something to take that guesswork away and actually allow the body to heal. So if you've been stuck in one of those patterns where you don't know what's wrong with you, you're still trying to guess, I'm not going to have all the answers for you, but we might be able to unravel the riddle. And it's a bit like some sessions feel like that. It's like we're a little, I'm putting my like inspector hat on and like digging away to see what's going on. And it never goes to anything that logically makes sense. Because if it was all logical, we'd have resolved it by now. This is, we have to go beyond that. We have to go into a different space, into the realms of the subconscious where nothing makes sense. I mean, do our dreams ever make sense? No. So we need to get into that space in order to really heal. So as I said, everything boils down to blocked emotions in your body, to belief systems that you're holding on to. Like if you think life is hard, guess what? It's gonna be hard. If you think the world is all easies and all ease and rainbows and unicorns, that's probably going to be a reality the majority of the time. Now we all have like moments that go against the grain, but the moment that happens, your body goes, hang on a minute, that's not what you believe. So I'm going to recreate some problems just to bring you back to life being hard because that's what you believe. Your brain is actually wired to make sure that the world reflects to you what you believe. So this is where half the problems come in because we don't know what's going on in our subconscious. We don't know what that programming is. And we can't always consciously, logically see those beliefs that are stirring the pot up and creating your life. So we need to do something to start unraveling that because unless we ask the body, we're just guessing. So if you want to book a session, book a session. If you are a lady, you might want to come and join some of my communities. Sorry, guys, and everyone else. They are female focused. Most people that vibe with me and join my list are female anyway. So, uh, but we're in the middle of stepping into love at the moment as I record this. And that is my free annual healing session around self-love and relationships. So if that's your vibe and you feel like you want some support with that, I'll put the link below to the community. You can jump in and get access to those sessions and some others, and there'll be more dropping over the year. So be very excited. Come and join us. We've got, I think, 47 people or ladies so far, and it's only been a couple of weeks. So come and join the gang. It's a lovely, lovely bunch of ladies coming together there. So excited if you want to come and join us. But start thinking a different way, start looking at life a different way, because you may be just trying to guess what's wrong with you may be trying to guess what the right solution is. Follow your intuition, follow your body's knowing, and that will lead you to the answers. Have a great week. Take care. Bye.